Very last question, and we're here because we've given the privilege and the honor by GCN to come around talking about this book and sharing and engaging it. But of this experience itself, how have us three, as we've really kind of preached to one another the gospel, what have you experienced and what's your highlight from this time together?
I think listening to you guys talk about how the book's impacted you has reminded me of just how impactful it was when I first read it. I read it early 2020, soon after it came out. And then I decided to read it again later with my daughter a couple of months later. But I've not picked it up and read through it for probably about 18 months or so. And so this discussion has reminded me of just some of the many gems inside the book. And I actually want to go back and page through it again slowly. I think when I first read it, I said I will try and keep this next to my bed and pick up a chapter every now and again just to remind myself. And so I think I've been so encouraged hearing how the book's worked its way into your guys' hearts too. Seeing what Jesus has done with the book in your hearts has encouraged me and stirred me and reminded me of how much my heart needs to know these things, and how my default setting is not to trust God and to believe him and to know how good he is. And so thanks for encouraging my heart this afternoon and encouraging me to go back and have a look at some of these chapters again.
Yeah, similarly for me, I think I had to prepare for this session because I probably read the book maybe about a year ago, or maybe, about a year ago. So I flipped through it. I looked through all the sections that I underlined, because I had to pick a favorite quote, and things like that. And it reminded me again of, some of the lessons, and it made me realize I'd forgotten some of these things, and I had slipped into, not being gentle, not being lowly, being high and mighty instead. And I think it presented an opportunity to repent, to come back again. And I think just talking to all of you and seeing the impact on your hearts has also encouraged my heart. It's given me ideas of what to do next with the book, whether to, like Simon, incidentally, I told my daughter last night, hey, this is a book that maybe you'd like to read, and it may be helpful to you. It's a very important year for her this year. She's doing her what we call the PSLE, which is the primary 6 exams. So, very stressful. And I thought, hey, this would be useful for you. And just thinking of ways that I can get this message out in a greater way to the leaders, the elders, the community group leaders, and other people in the church. So all of those have been really good. It's refreshed my own heart and given me some ideas of how to take this book and its message, further. Yeah. So thank you so much for the opportunity.
Yeah. For me, I'm just glad to be with you guys. Z, we always talk about when the travel restrictions will end and we're gonna get good job, right? Like
good job. Yeah.
So this is the closest fellowship I can get with Z. Like, next maybe we'll both get bowls of kway chap and eat it on Zoom together until we can finally do that in Chinatown here.
Man, that'd be awesome.
Yeah. So I particularly enjoy having a chance an extended chance around the purpose to actually engage with you, Z. Simon, I feel like every word you said was like a sermon for me that I needed to hear. Your voice, your insight, the way you're engaging the book and how it engages the heart and your own walk and how you're pastoring your people. I just feel like, wow, like I need to hear that. Because in many ways, I think as we said, I think a lot of our Chinese contexts in our ministries are quite similar. Teochew people, diaspora Chinese, and there's something of a kinship that's amongst these people. And Simon, having you being the non-Asian here, being able to speak in certain ways and identify the things that we feel as a lived experience as diaspora Chinese. I was like, wow, I need to hear that. That was really good, Simon. I'm kind of excited to go back and listen to all the videos now to see like just re-listen to certain things you said. They're gems of wisdom. Thankful for that.
Thanks, Robbie. I think for me, hearing how you've engaged and how it's moved your heart was just been really stirring for me. And I've hearing you talk through the church plant has made me think. I'm really so grateful that God's given you to that church that you're busy working with and helping to plant. I've just thought they've got someone who loves them deeply and loves Jesus deeply. So excited to see what happens there.
Yeah.
And then your invitation for Kway Chap with you two is open also. So if you ever come to Bangkok, I'll bring you to this hole in the wall place that I'm going to bring Z to. Yeah.
Great.
Michelin start, right?
Yeah. Awesome.